Good morning. I welcome you to my class, and we were doing the lesson The 100 Dresses, written by Albasor Easter. Now, this story is based on her real life experience of the writer. It is the story of a girl who received Peggy hand-me-down dress. Now, children, who is the girl here? As I told you, there are three persons are there in the story. So, first was Vanda Petronaski. Second is Peggy, third is Maddie. So Maddie is the writer. She is sharing her own experience, and she is not this after in the end she discloses that she was Maddie, and children, she could not raise her voice against the racism because she also had borrowed some dresses from Peggy. And children, she felt very guilty conscious, and that was the reason children, she wrote the story in order to assuage her guilt and to encourage others to against other the person who are bullying to the other person. So I would like, before starting explanation, I would like to tell you children about all the important points. So it was Venda Petronovsky usually sat in the last room in room number 13. Room number 13 is the classroom of Venda Petronovsky, Peggy and Maddie. Only rough boys who never scored good marks and made a lot of noise, even they used to sit at the back. But children, unlike those boys, Venda was a good girl. She was intelligent, she was very much creative, and she was very much quiet. She did not talk like the other boys who sat in the back bench. And she rarely said anything to anybody. She had no friends and came to school and went home alone, as she was a Polish immigrant, and at that time children in USA, Polish immigrants were looked down and there was a racial discrimination against them. She was pretty, had many dresses and curly hair. So Peggy was the most popular girl in the class. She was very much pretty. She was from a well-to-do family. Her financial condition was very good. She was pretty, had many dresses and curly hair. Now children, in comparison to Peggy, Vanda was a very poor girl who always wore only one faded blue color dress, which was never ironed properly. Her name, Venda Petronovsky, was difficult to pronounce and looked funny to the children. So her name, Venda Petronovsky, was difficult to pronounce, and the other children felt it was the most difficult and funny name. Maddie was poor and wore old clothes given to her by Peggy. And who is Maddie? She is the writer. She did not like Peggy questioning of Venda about her 100 dresses and about her mocking, about her insulting to Venda, but she was helpless because as she herself was poor and she had borrowed dresses from Peggy. So she was not able to raise her voice against children discrimination caused by Peggy to Venda Petronovsky. And she never liked Peggy. When Peggy used to mock Venda by questioning her that how many she had dressed, she used to tell 100 dresses, and then she used to ask how many shoes, she used to tell 60 pair, and then about her hair, she did not like it. She wished Peggy would not tease and mock Venda in such an insulting manner. Everyone was waiting for the winner of the now children. After some time there was a drawing and painting contest in the school, and everyone was waiting for the winner of the drawing and coloring competition. Everybody thought that Peggy would be the winner as she could draw better than anyone in the class. Next day, when they entered the room number 13, they found drawings all over the room. Miss Mason declared that where only one or two sketches were sent by most of the girls, one girl sent 100 drawings, all different and beautiful. Miss Mason, the teacher, declared that Venda Petronovsky was the winner of the girls' medal. Well, children, unfortunately, Venda was not there. In fact, she was not present to hear the applause that was given to, that was due to her. And children, the teacher and told the student that they should be applauded. They should applaud for Venda Petronovsky. Okay, so now, children, I will be doing the explanation. Now, student, we are here in page number 65. I will be doing the reading and explanation of the lesson. Venda Petronovsky, most of the children in room 13 did not have names like that. Now, children, don't you feel Venda Petronovsky is a very long name compared to Thomas, Ellen, Vanda, Peggy, Maddie. Okay, so children, the other children in room number 13. Now, what was room number 13? Room number 13 was the classroom of Venda Petronovsky, Peggy, Maggie. That means, children, instead of telling class 8, like in India we have class 1, class 2, there they used to have room number 13. It was a name given to the classroom. So Venda Petronovsky, most of the children in room 13 did not have names like that. They had names easy to say, like Thomas, Smith, or Allen. So mostly children, the teachers, they face such easy names like Thomas, Smith, or Allen. There was one boy named Bounce, Willie Bounce. Only one boy was there in the whole class whose name was very long. His full name was Willie Bounce. And people thought that was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petronovsky was. Now, children, till now it was Willie Bounce's name was funny, but children, when Venda Petronovsky came to the class, the other student of the class started thinking that her name is more funny and most peculiar name they have ever heard. Well, paragraph 2 of page number 65. Venda did not have any friend. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress. Children, what is the meaning of faded? Faded means discolored. What is the meaning of faded? Discolored. Faded means, student, discolored. So, my dear student, Venda Petronovsky was having only one dress. So, students, Venda Petronovsky had one dress and that was also faded. Okay, while as the other student, they were coming in a nice beautiful dresses, Venda had only one old dress of blue color and that was also faded. So, children, she always wore a faded blue dress but did not hang right. Did not hang right, that means did not fit properly. This is a expression, difficult expression. Did not hang right. Did not fit properly. So children, that dress is also, it was faded. It was only one dress she had. Children, that also did not fit her properly. That did not hang right. It was though, but then anyway, it used to be cleaned every day. But it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. But children, the press children, it doesn't look properly. She did not have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Now children, Venda Petronovsky, she did not have any friend because of two reasons. I told you in my previous video that first, she was a Polish immigrant, and second, children, she was from Poland. She was from Polish immigrant. That's why nobody wanted to talk to her in USA. She was looked down, okay, as the immigrant from Polish Polish immigrants, they always used to look down by the people living in the United States. And secondly, children, she was a poor, she came from a very poor family. She had only one dress, not proper shoes. Okay, so nobody wanted to talk to her. She was all alone. But then everybody talked to her. Why everybody talked to her, all the girls? Just to mock her, just to make her fun. Sometimes they surrounded her in the social yard. So children, sometime what happened, they surrounded her in the school yard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. Now what is a hopscotch? Hopscotch is a type of game, a game in which children hop into and over. Squares are made on the ground, and girls especially, they hop over which is marked on the ground. Okay, so generally girls like to play that game. Venda, children, when Venda used to watch, she liked watching the game. Then Peggy used to come and she used to call her Venda. Peggy would say in a most courteous manner, in a very nice manner, in a very courteous manner, she used to say Venda, giving one of her friends a nudge, and she used to nudge one of her friend. Tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up on your closet? So she used to ask, how many dresses you have in your cupboard, in your closet? 100. What Vanda would reply? 100. She used to tell, I have 100 dresses. 100? Explained all the little girl incredulously. Okay. Okay, what is the meaning of this word? Showing an unwillingness to believe. Okay. So, incredulous. So children, all the girls, while as all the other girls, they would say incredulous. Okay, that means they were not able to believe that the girl who have only one dress, she is putting one dress every day, and she is having how many dresses, children? 100. This purposely what said by Vanda, she purposely used to ask to gain the attention of other girls so that they all can make fun of her. Now, yeah, 100 all lined up, said Venda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. And children, she could only say this thing because she knew very well that she is being insulted in front of other girls by Peggy. And she used to press her little thin lips together. She did not want to say anything to them. She did not want to fight any hard word. She did not want to say to them. What are they like? All silk, I bet. Now children, silk dresses are very expensive dresses. So again, Vanda is teasing her. She is telling, all of your 100 dresses, are they made of pure silk? Yeah, all silk, of course. So she told, yes. Yeah means, children, in the American we say yes. So she told, yeah, velvet too. They are all silk, all color. So she's having, I've got the dresses of all silk. All the dresses are of silk and they are of different color. Now again Peggy, she passed a remark to her, a sarcastic remark, that your dresses are of velvet also, children. Again, velvet is a costly cloth. So she told, yes, yeah, velvet too. 100 dresses. And again she used to reply, yes, I've got velvet dresses also, and not one but 100. Venda would repeat stolidity. Stolidity means not showing any feeling, children. In front of other, she never showed her feeling that she was insulted and she is greatly hurt by the sarcastic remarks of Venda Petronaski. Okay, so she never used to say such thing. Now, all lined up in my closet. Now she told, they are all lined up in her closet. Then they would let her go, and they, before she would gone very far, They could not help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. Now, children, after teasing her, they allowed her to go. And children, when she used to reach at some distance, all the girls, they used to laugh, loudly, and they used to make fun of her. 100 dresses. Obviously, the only dress Venda had was the blue one which she wore every day. So, why did she say she had 100? What a story! Now, children, the especially Peggy used to say after when she has left the place that she always tells she is having 100 dresses, but only one blue color fade dress she wears. She wears only one blue color fade dress. So she is telling, she tells that that 100 dresses Venda would repeat stood literally all lined up in my closets. Then they would let her go, and then before she would gone very far, they could not help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. 100 dresses, Peggy would say. Obviously, the only dress Venda had was the blue one. Now she tell ki only one dress she is wearing every day, and that too is not in a proper condition. It is not iron weld. It has become faded. Then why she boasts that she is having 100 dresses? Now, children, when what is story? So she used to tell she is making a story. She is not having any 100 dresses. And children, when again next time they used to meet, Peggy used to ask her, how many shoes you have? That means how many shoes you have? And Venda, poor Venda, she could reply, only 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this, all alike. Now, children, afterward, everybody used to make fun of her. Cries of exaggerated. Children, everybody used to tell that she is exaggerating all the thing. Exaggerating means to tell in a very what to say broad manner. She is discussing, that means she was having only one dress and she was boasting that she had only 100 dresses. She had only one pair of shoes, and here she is boasting she is having 60 pairs of shoes. So this is known as exaggerating. Now, Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. So, children, Peggy and Maddie, okay, they were last to leave. Maddie was her inseparable friend. What is the meaning of inseparable friend? That means a friend who always used to love to live with her. Okay. Finally, Venda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now. Now, children, finally, children, Venda would leave the place. Okay, her eyes used to become dull, and her mouth used to be closed. She never used to fight. She never used to say any harsh word to anyone. People can see that hitching her shoulders every now and then in the funny way she had. Okay, so people used to see that her shoulders were hitching. That means she was crying. Okay, she was crying slowly, and that's why her shoulder was moving like this. Okay, so you can see my shoulder moving. All right, so but anyway, children, they used to leave her alone, poor girl. And now Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies. Now, children, the characteristic of Peggy had been has been told here, that Peggy was not really a cruel girl. That means she was not very much cruel. Okay, because she used to protect small children from bullies. The elder children, the bigger children who used to bully small children, she used to protect those children, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. Now, children, not only that, if some animal used to get mistreated, what she used to do? She used to cry for hours. If anybody had said to her, don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Vanda? She would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Now, children, if somebody used to tell her that in a very cruel manner she is treating Venda, so she only used to tell cruel, I'm not cruel. She used to get surprised and she used to tell, I'm not treating her in a cruel manner. Why? Because I'm just telling her not to tell a lie. She is not having 100 dresses and she keep on boasting she is having 100 dresses. So just to teach her lesson, I'm doing. I did not mean to hurt her. So this was the answer used to come from her. Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that she was a lie. She told anybody by seeing her only one blue color fetish dress which she used to wear every day. Anybody can tell that she was a liar. She is telling lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person, else why did she have a name like that? Now, children, she told, not only that, she told ki I don't know why she lie, and she was just a ordinary person. Why her name is so long? Children, generally the person who were VIPs person, their name used to be kept like that. Okay. So why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. Now she told ki I did not do anything to make her cry. As for Maddie, the business of asking Venda every day how many dresses, how many hats, and how many this and that she had was bothering her. Okay, now children, Maddie, now her other friend Maddie, she was from the poor family. Okay, and as for Maddie, this business of asking Venda every day how many dresses and how many hats. Now she even did not like Venda that she used to tease. She did not like Peggy that she always used to tease Venda by asking how many dresses she had, how many hats she had, and how many pair of shoes she had. Children, Maddie was poor herself. Now you can underline this is very important line. Maddie was poor herself. She usually wore somebody hand-me-down clothes. So children, a nice word, a nice new word we know here. What is this new word? Hand-me-down clothes. So this is a difficult expression. It means, children, old clothes handed down to someone else. Handed down to someone. So children, Maddie had a hand-me-down clothes by whom? By Peggy. So Maddie herself has borrowed. Okay, she had taken clothes from Peggy, and that was the reason, children, she was not able to tell him. She was not able to tell her that she should not bully Venda. She should not insult Venda because she knew the moment she would say, okay, her attention from Venda will disappear and she would start insulting her by telling that the clothes which you are wearing is given by me. It is my hand-me-down clothes. It is my hand-me-down clothes. That's why, children, she could not say anything. She usually wore somebody hand-me-down clothes. Thank goodness she did not live up on Boggy's height or have a funny name. Now, children, one thing she was thankful to God that she did not have funny name like Venda Petronovsky. Otherwise, Peggy would have teased her also, and she did not live in Boggin's height. So, first of all, children, what is a Boggin's height? Boggin Height is a name of a place. Boggin Height is a name of a place, children, where poor immigrants people used to live. And it was Venda Petronovsky who used to live in Bogginside. So she thanked God, though she was poor, but her home was not in Bogginside and she did not have funny name. Otherwise, the other girls would have children teased her, insulted her also. Sometime when Peggy was asking Venda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand. Now, mocking means so when children Venda, she used to make funny remarks to children. Sorry, when Peggy used to make funny remarks to Venda in a very mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed. Maddie did not like it, that. And children, you know what she used to do? She used to play. She used to put some marbles on her palm and she used to rotate it like this. She did not, because she could not bear that. Venda is being insulted in front of all the girls. But she was helpless. She knew if she will open her mouth to Peggy, then she knew what will happen to her. Peggy will start insulting her. And children, we very well, I told you that the dresses which Maddie was wearing, it was hand-me-down dresses from Peggy. Not that she felt sorry for Venda exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Venda if Peggy hadn't invented the dresses game. Now, children, but she was thinking that why Venda had invented dresses game, otherwise Peggy did not have a chance to insult her. But suppose Peggy and all the other started it on her next. Now again children, fear gripped on her that if they will not tease her, then who will tease, who will be the next person to be targeted? And children, she felt that it would be her, it will be her, that everybody would laugh at her because she was not from a well-to-do family. She was not as poor as Venda perhaps, but she was poor. She knew that Venda always passed remark to the poor person. Though she was not as poor as Venda, but children, she was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. And children, she knew that she will never say that she had 100 dresses. Otherwise, what will happen, children? People will laugh at her. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Venda patronizingly. But children, secretly, in her heart, she did not want that Peggy should tease or insult Venda Petronovsky. Okay, children. So we are here at page number 67, the last paragraph. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Venda. Okay. So children, today when they came to school, since Vanda was absent, okay, so Maddie was happy that today she did not make fun of Vanda. She worked her arithmetic problem absent-mindedly. And children, she started thinking about her mathematics problem absent-mindedly. 8 times 8, let's see, she wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note. Because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, hey Peg, let's stop asking Venda how many dresses she has. Now children, at the same time children, she was thinking that they are doing a wrong thing to Venda. She did not had a heart to speak directly to Peggy, but at the same time she was feeling, why don't she write a note and tell in that she should write a note to Peggy and tell Peggy not to tease Venda. Okay, so she sat there to solve her mathematics problem But this thing was coming to her mind. What was coming to her mind? That she should write to Peggy that why we should not tease Venda anymore. So this thing was coming to her mind. Okay. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girl. Children, the moment she was writing that note to Peggy, suddenly she started shuddering. Okay, so uh, children, what is the meaning of shudder? Shudder here means she started trembling. Okay, by thinking that if Peggy will not make Venda target, then who would be targeted next? Okay, so what is the meaning of target here? Children, here target means a person deliberately chosen for attack. What type of attack, children? To what type of attack? To insult her. So she started thinking Peggy has got a peculiar nature. She keep on insulting the poor person. So she started thinking if she will stop, if we will write her to stop teasing Venda, then who would be the next target of her? She shuddered at the thought that she would be the one that she would be targeted next. So the children, time is over. With this, I end my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.